Hi, it's Bob975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox, and today I've got a video for you that just shows me in Seoul for an hour on a Friday night. Let's see if the game's dead or not. Results may vary. Tonight, which is the 7th, which is I think Tuesday, no, the 6th, Tuesday, I was in Marilaja for an hour between midnight and 1 AM and I saw nobody. So let's see how I did on Friday for an hour between 7 and 8 UK time. This isn't the greatest footage for me. Doesn't make me look like a good pirate. There was a lot of no cargoes, and the only ship that really potentially had cargo got away, repeatedly got away. The Type 7 is notoriously hard to interdict, and the Clipper is incredibly twitchy and hard to interdict with. The irony is the Clipper is probably my best pirate ship because of the size 7 hatchbreaker, and it's so good against things like cutters and big ships, because that size 7 hatchbreaker limpet rips them apart so quickly. I've got a Grum bomb on here. You know, it's a decent pirate ship. However, my Cobra Mark IV and my crate are way better at interdicting people. It's the trade-off. Some of my other pirate ships are way better at interdicting people. This thing is just a little bit twitchy, and this Type 7 gave me a hell of a run around. So, you know, I don't know exactly what happened. Like, just some of it seemed a little bit off and odd, but you know, but hell, it's nice to see people, and it's nice to give a Type 7 a bit of a scare as a player tries to interdict him in Seoul and pirate him. You know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give fun and excitement to players. Some people think that what I do is horrible and griefing. I think it's providing fun interactions with players. I interdicted him, it glitched out, and then he's still in Super Cruise, so I interdict him again, and this time it goes, well, you'll see. It just, literally, it was like, hey? I don't get it. It was like the first interdiction didn't fail, and he just won it. But yeah, you can see. Not my finest performance, but then this game didn't exactly hand me a nice deal with that Type 7. Kind of stitched me up. Yeah, it's quite difficult to interdict, and it's quite difficult when stuff like that happens as well. But it is nice to run into people in Seoul and get a bit of piracy done. Even if it is a few no cargoes, even if it is just seeing people, that's enough for me in this game. I enjoy hanging out in Seoul, pirating people. Trying to pirate people anyway, and you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, as you can see here. Like, you know, I'm trying to interdict him, but Type 7s are really hard to interdict, and Clippers are just a little bit too twitchy. Yeah, I thought I was doing okay in this one, and you know, and nope, it's just going away from me. That's what happens. Sometimes you just don't get the rub of the green, and yeah, unfortunately that was my last bite of that cherry, and he'd make it to station after that. But it was a good fun bit of gameplay, and yeah, I did have some phantom ghosting ships. I believe the Type 7 I see later just in comms is probably that Type 7, and I believe the Cobra I interdict here is probably the Cobra I see in the communications tab later, because basically when I'm sat at the star, I have the tab open so I can see who's in local. It's a good way. It's like fishing and using it as a bite detector. It helps you spot the ships coming in, and also cheekily you can go super slow and still see what comes in at the star. It's a bit of a dirty little tactic where they won't see you on the radar sat there because you're motionless, but you'll see them pop up in local. And not many people, I mean, in my escape and evasion guide I say when you drop into a system, check local. Like, go stationary at the star and check local. And the opposite's true when you're pirating. Like, stay stationary and check local, and you'll see people as they appear. That's the way it goes. But sometimes, as you'll see with this little clip, it's only a very short one, I see them on local, I speed up, and I can't see them again. This could be for many reasons. They might just be jumping up and down at the nav beacon or a res site nearby, and they might just ghost and appear on your radar for a moment. This happens to me twice in Seoul in this hour. It happened with that Cobra and with the Type 7. I might have been the Type 7 going back to his carrier or jumping up and then out from the station. I don't know. But, you know, I swear I really did struggle to get some interdictions done in this Clipper tonight. Sometimes, you know, my mojo is good with the Clipper, but it is a bit twitchy and sometimes it does let me down. But oddly, my best ship for interdicting people is my Cobra Mark IV. The only problem with that is, like, I'm in a Cobra Mark IV. So, you know, it's a really good solid little interdictor. But equally, it's not very good against big ships, and it doesn't mass lock anything. So, yeah, sometimes it's not the best for piracy. But it is one of the most fun for piracy, so I do try and use it as often as I can. But as you can see, even with all what's been going on, even with everything that's happening, I'm still running into plenty of people in Seoul, giving me enough entertainment and excitement for an hour. I was down here for an hour pirating, and yeah, after the failures, the no cargoes, the failures to interdict, and all the rest of it, I decided to go up to Shinny and try my luck at PvP instead. And yeah, I had a good fun night in Shinny on Friday. Had some fights I'll be bringing to you in other videos. Had some epic fights, had some fun trolling around, trying to persuade people to come out of the no fire zone so we could gank them. There was fun in comms, there was fun going on. I will address one subject that's freaked me out since the update. We suddenly have lost system chat, and I don't believe that's intentional. I think that's a bug. So if you ever watch this video, we have lost system chat. I will raise a ticket for it, but it is most annoying that we've suddenly lost system chat. It's, yeah, weird. Whether they just kind of forgot to give us system chat for the new, like, for 3.8, or maybe it's a server thing, I don't know. I don't know if they've got us both on the same server, and like system chat would be both Odyssey and Xbox, therefore they're not giving it to the 3.8 guys. I don't know. It's very weird. But to suddenly lose it without any mention is a bit odd. But yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun in Seoul, interdicting people, messaging people, and doing my thing. I then took a break for some week and then went up to Shinny and battled with loads of people. So there was still enough life on the game. Over the weekend I had a wonderful time. So Wednesday, Thursday I was feeling quite down about things. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, feeling much better about things. And even tonight on Monday we had an entertaining evening of mess ups and silliness as I went mining, and a few people joined party chat and had a chat with me. So, you know, all in all, I'm still getting the gameplay I want out of Elite Dangerous. Whether you can get the gameplay you want out of Elite Dangerous, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Legacy version and whether you think there's enough life left in this old dog yet. I do find it interesting that power play seems to be really up for grabs. And I know a couple of people have said that, you know, they haven't got the numbers to really successfully push power play, but I'm like, you know, you're thinking old school. You're thinking you're pushing against a large force, when I don't think there will be any large forces pushing against each other. I think, you know, a small, well-disciplined group will be able to get some stuff done. But that's my opinion. I don't know of a small, dedicated group of power play. It's certainly not me. I'll be derping around for Ark on the lane a little bit, but I'm certainly not going to be like driving him across the bubble trying to conquer mass amounts of space for him. Yeah, there's a lot of BGS work and a lot of scouting work for Ark on the lane. The only thing I will say about this hour of fun and piracy and silliness in Seoul is it gets you 0 arcs. And somebody did ask me, and they were saying that arcs weren't counting on PC. Well, they are, or seem to be, on Xbox. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next video.